Good morning, guys. It's the 23rd of March. We made it out of the house at midday. Anton came over. We're gonna spend the day in Berlin. Right now we're on our way to a flea market. Let's see what the day brings. I think those are the people here who didn't want to pay the fee to get a stall at the market. That's gonna be tight here. Now Köln Flow Market. My brother's hungry, so let's see if we can find some food. Those are the German yard sales.
Yeah, all in one place. You don't have to go look for them.
I wanted to buy something for myself, but I got something for Kami.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah. Like pants and a sweater.
Oh, overall?
Yeah. So we can all match.
How much is it?
I wanted to lure her with all of that.
You should have. What happened to your negotiation skills?
I was too shy to negotiate. For lunch we're having some gösleme. I think it's Turkish and it's like dough filled with whatever you want, cheese and spinach or beef and spinach.
And guys, this is how walks in Berlin look like. These are the views you get. Everyone's walking, riding bikes, riding scooters.
You walk from one neighborhood into the other one, the other one, the other one.
Look how lively it is. Typical houses in Berlin look like this in the front, but most of the time, or all of the time, they have a little garden in the back. So this would be kind of a house here. You see a little park, garden. Julia and Anton are speeding through Berlin. Artesian donuts. Have you ever seen a €4.50 donut? We came into this little farm, and this is their engineering. Recycled material, bike tubes.
We are at Görlitzer Park. It's a park here in Kreuzberg, and we entered a little kids farm. Kami can't really see it, but they have turkeys, ducks. It looks like we're somewhere on the countryside. They have little bunnies here and also sheeps over there. We're literally in the middle of Berlin in this little farm.
Julia's bringing back childhood days. Purchasing some punch.
It's punch usually is like the alcohol-free version of mulled wine. So
Some virgin glue wine.
oh yeah, it's like a sweet bread tea. It's good, it's good. Miggy is showing Kami the animals.
Kami knows the ducks now, look.
Now we need to find a spot to feed Kamilukis.
Camila has already eaten. I think what's next is us. We're gonna go find some nice metzas.
Metzes, okay, wow. What do you guys want?
Typically when you would see something like this in the US, you'd be afraid. You think this is little gangster territory, but here the whole city looks like this, tagged up. But it's very family friendly, surrounded by kids. When people say beer is cheaper than water in Germany, they're not kidding. That water there is $2.80. 750 milliliters of beer is like $120 now.
Yeah.
You can get more beer for less. This is the Tipi Tower, guys. There in the tip, you have a restaurant that rotates, Julia said. Julia is taking us on a stroll through the most touristy part of Berlin. These are the views, and we have Mustafa, which is calling our name. You go down there and you might get some brewskis. Guys, we are now in Friedrichshain. I think that's what it's called. And we are looking for a bathroom because there are no public toilets anywhere. And a lot of these restaurants also don't have public toilets.
Yeah, so they don't let you use them.
I'm not sure where people go to the bathroom. We found a nice coffee shop that had a bathroom, so we were able to relieve that. Now Julia's gone for the drinks, and I found a good spot for Camila. We brought our car seat stroller. We didn't bring the other piece because there was no room on the airplane, of course. So now every chance we get, we have to try to get her flat. Another interesting thing about Germany is I've seen this kind of windows in many bathrooms. There's a window way in the corner, so in order to open the window, you have this extension here. You turn this and then the window opens. We're getting ready to close out our Sunday. We just have to grab dinner first, and Julia said there's a very nice authentic German place behind us.
Fleischerei.
But instead we're gonna go to a little hole-in-the-wall Thai place across the street. We are still in
Friedrichshain.
One of my favorite things about Berlin is the prices here for food are so cheap. Nice little full $8.50. Entrees $3.50. We're gonna see if Camila is ready for her high chair. This is what we're working with. ¿Estás lista, Maris? Oh, no. Let's see what we get. Julie has hands free today.
No, ready for it. Not ready.
And the first portion arrived. We have a tom kha soup. It has Hunchin Mita glass noodles.
Miguel's learning German now.
And the second plate arrived. This is a red curry with chicken. Bon appetit. Well guys, we're back to our corner and it looks like they brought more clothes. That might fit Camila, I don't know. Some sandals. Didn't you want some sandals? Well, some of that clothes are actually baby clothes, no?
They're all baby clothes.
Asumecha, what are we doing buying at the stores? Hello, it's March 25th and it's 9:30 a.m. This is the earliest we have left the apartment, and we have left this early for a very special occasion. Julia is getting
A haircut and highlights. I want to go blonde. I haven't dyed my hair in about 7 years. We made an appointment in Kreuzberg. I'm very, very nervous. I have Migi and Kami giving me mental support. I don't know if it's the right decision, but YOLO.
Julia has been talking about this for the last few weeks, but I feel like she's backing down a little bit. She was changing her mind this morning. She almost didn't leave the apartment, but so far it looks like it's gonna happen. In Berlin, these are the trash vehicles. That looks like a luxury Mercedes, but that's what picks up the trash around here. A lot of you have also been asking about the tagging on the walls, and yes, you guys are right. There's tagging in most walls.
I think it's just part of the whole vibe here. That's just what makes Berlin, Berlin, you know? Also depends on the neighborhood.
Yeah, you see every single wall is tagged. However, there's a lot of families walking around. There's young people walking around at night. Nobody seems to feel unsafe. So I don't think it's a gang related, or more tagging relates to more crimes, at least not here in Berlin. Well guys, it looks like the early birds are not getting the worm today. We have been waiting for this bus for the last 25 minutes and there is no sign of it. Everything happens for a reason, so if we miss the appointment, maybe we shouldn't do it again.
We're gonna be 20 minutes late. Not so German this time of us.
We're gonna save ourselves 400 bucks. Look who decided to show up to the party. We have just gotten off the late bus. We're gonna get there 20 minutes late. If you know the German culture, that is super late and not acceptable.
They
so we're gonna
it
see.
back, though, it's fine.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Actually, looks like we might be more late. Our path is closed. There are not many bathrooms in Berlin. However, this is what a public bathroom would look like. I think you have to do something here. I think you press the button here. It tells you the price, you pay, and then you go into the bathroom or changing room. Little did we know we'd be more Mexican, we'd arrive late. Here we have the guys picking up the trash, but I do not think they get down and dirty like in Mexico. We made it. I got a nice little seat here. Julia is right there. I don't know if I'm ready for this. How do you feel?
She said I should do more like a balayage, because we're not gonna go to the hair salon so often, so it grows out more naturally, but still she can put like some more highlights here, so it's like face framing.
Julia has began getting her haircuts. The next phase is gonna be going blonde. We have a little breastfeeding break going on now. We are nearing the end and Camila, I think, has had enough. Camila did not want to hang out with me, so I had to hand her over to her mother, and she seems pretty pleased to be there. Ooh, that.
That's crazy. You like it?
What do you think? Well guys, after a long set of hours at the salon, we have a blondie now.
4.5 hours later and one new wife later.
We want to get a honest opinion. Julia, what do you think about your hair?
I really like it.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to come out this good.
Yeah, I didn't expect it either. I was so scared. I've never been that blonde, but I actually really like it.
We won't have enough time to make food before work, so we decided to come for a classy kebab.
Good?
I was trying to keep a low calorie, but I think this is double the calories of the Duna.
It's 4 p.m. We almost haven't eaten anything, so we're gonna munch right now after this hair salon visit.
Good morning. It is March 26th, and today Julia is gonna be leaving me by myself.
Today in the afternoon, I'm gonna go see my parents, but Miggy has to work, so Kami and I are gonna take a girlies trip and leave our love for a few hours. But before that, we're going on a little walk.
We're going to Templehofer Templehofer Feld.
There's no L in there. Templehofer Feld.
We're going to Templehofer. We're going to Templehofer.
There's no L in there.
What am I saying? L? Hula? Hoofla?
Templehofer.
We're going to Templehofer. Templehofer Feld, which is an old airport that has a runway that's gonna allow us to push Kami through. So, see you there. We have made it to Templehofer Feld, and it was a nice, enjoyable walk. However, our stomach is growling, so we have to go find some food now.
This is Berlin's abandoned airport. Right there you can see people living, and here this used to be a former airport, and now it's a recreational area. People fly kites here, they rollerblade, they bike.
One thing I'm wondering is how much those apartments went up in value. I can't imagine living so close to an airport. Now that the airport is closed, of course, there's no more noise for those residents, so I assume a lot more people want to live here than they did before. Now they also get a nice view of a big open space, something that's not so common here. Those places were probably like super annoyed of the noise, every plane taking off every day. And this only closed in 2008, and those buildings have been there for so many years.
They also have tons of trash cans here. I think all the people who come here to picnic and to barbecue, they want to motivate them to throw all their trash, so no one can say, oh, the trash cans were full, there were no trash cans.
One of the reasons we love Berlin is the Turkish food scene. Here, for example, there are 3 restaurants, one there, one here, and then one a few places down. In all of Tijuana, we couldn't find any Turkish restaurants, and just in this corner, there are more than 3. Kindergartens in Berlin are these tiny groups, like the one back there. They have like 8 students, and there's 2 teachers, and they go on these little walks to parks and have all this free time. Seems like pretty fun times.
So this kindergarten, for example, has spots starting August 25 from 3 years until 6 years. They take kids. We made it to our breakfast / lunch spot, and we're gonna get a mixed platter. It's full inside, so we're sitting outside.
This is the type of platter you get with 25 euros in Berlin. Tabbouleh, salad, a bunch of
Hummus,
metzes.
baba ganoush.
We have eggplant, falafel, cauliflower, halloumi cheese, and some lamb kofta. Well guys, we just wrapped up our delicious meal. One nice thing about Berlin is the food is so good and so affordable. The only bad thing is some restaurants, or at least the ones we're going to, don't have too much space inside.
No bathrooms.
So no bathrooms, that's a big one. So typically when we want to breastfeed Camila, or we want to have a more comfortable space for Camila, it's a little bit harder.
Oh, yeah.
So now, for example, we have to go somewhere else that has a more comfortable space, which is typically a coffee shop.
Not so bad though, that's an excuse to go get a little cappuccino.
Or maybe Julia's finding the small places so that way we can follow it up with the coffee shop.
The people behind us were saying that the platter for 2 is way too big, and they were full all day. We demolished this thing in like 10 minutes.
This is the mailman situation here, Deutsche Post.
I think they used to only have normal bikes, now they upgraded to e-bikes.
We've made it to this nice little cozy coffee shop. We are going to be sharing a rosa cappuccino. Camila is having her lunch.
Cami and I just took the first train ride by ourselves to go see my parents. She almost slept the entire train ride. It took us like 1 hour to get here. We are in the state next to Berlin called Brandenburg. Okay, we're almost at my parents' house. I stopped at so many kids' clothing stores because they have so many cute things here. But I didn't end up buying anything because I would just buy everything here, and it's not good, not good. Tio Anton is home. Hello. Kami's chilling with her great grandma. My grandma made some German schnitzel for me with chicken, the carrots, and potatoes. German meal. And Kami is with her great grandpa.